Do you ever sit in a lecture and think,
so what does this actually mean in practice?
this is So What? Social Work.
With Abigail.
And Josh,
With over 50 years of combined experience within the social care sector.
we are lifting the lid on adult social work in practice.
And you might be thinking,
So what? These are our personal views and opinions.
All case examples are fictitious or have been sourced from the public domain.
We are not representing any organisation or public body.
Episode 7!
We're still here. Still talking. It's
In
all
the
good.
height of summer.
I know. Whoo, it's hot.
Oh, it's boiling. I hope
Got
when
my
this,
little jumpsuit on.
when this episode goes out, I hope it's not raining.
Fingers crossed. Can't promise, I'm
No,
afraid.
no.
Can't promise.
No. So we're talking about the Code of Professional Practice today.
We are indeed. And updated, amended, Social Care Wales, 1st of July 2026.
But before we do,
Oh, yeah.
it's our proud moment of the week.
Love this.
And we've got a shared one this week, haven't we?
We have indeed, yes.
What is it, Abs?
Being practice educators, our students have flown the nest. It's very lovely. All have passed with
All have
flying
passed.
colours. Huge congratulations to them.
Well, bloody done to all three.
Absolutely. And I am super proud of both students.
Yeah. What, 3? This one with
Okay,
as well.
both
Yeah.
for me, one for you. But
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant work.
Yes.
I've loved being part of their journey into social work. And I got 2 cards for them, which really, I feel, summed them up.
Yeah.
One card was social worker, like boring,
Yeah.
and a unicorn. You can guess which one that was.
Yes. Yeah.
And then
yeah.
I got another card, which was boring social worker and a T-Rex.
I know who that one is too.
Oh, yeah. I was like, this is amazing. So I gave them the cards with an explanation, of course, because T-Rex and unicorn are quite different, but both fabulous.
Yeah. And they've all got merch from our podcast
They
too,
have
as
indeed.
gifts.
Aren't they lucky?
Free advertisement for the students.
Oh, yeah. But they have been absolutely fantastic. I've loved them being part of the team, getting involved, learning.
Yeah.
Kind of, we did a bit of a kind of signs of safety. What's worked well?
Yeah.
Kind of what were you worried about?
Yeah.
And then feedback for me
Brilliant,
as a
yeah.
practice educator. What do you think could be done differently? What would you change if you were doing this all over again in my team? And yeah, it was really insightful.
Love that.
Yeah.
And yours were both second years, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
So they're going on. You've set them up ready for their final year.
Brilliant.
Very
I think they're
exciting.
going to fly. It'll be brilliant.
Oh, they will. Yeah.
And how's your student?
Great. And she's a 3rd year, passed with flying colours.
Amazing.
Wrote a report as part of her end of module assignment for leadership, which was phenomenal.
Oh, brilliant.
It was absolutely phenomenal. It was to do with the area of work that we work in. I won't talk about it too much, but
yeah, I remember you
was,
telling me.
I said it should be published and it should be
that's
shared
epic.
everywhere. It was so professional. It was like reading a published like
a
piece.
thesis,
Yeah, it
something.
was so good.
That's brilliant.
So
I love your student. She's great. too.
She's on track now to, when results come through in a few months,
Yes.
be a social worker.
Woohoo! Exciting times.
Yep.
She'll be an asset to your team.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait.
She already is.
She already is.
Yeah.
And one of yours that you've finished with is back in my team now.
I know.
And we welcome back with open arms.
I was crying. But no, she'd be great. She said to me, I'll never complain about a caseload ever again.
We'll hold her to that.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it here.
Accountability buddies.
Oh, yeah. No, she'd be brilliant.
No,
Absolutely
she's
brilliant.
always been a hard worker, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
So, yeah. That's our proud moments.
Not our pride moments, our
No,
proud moments.
proud. Yes.
Also,
Oh,
we
yeah.
finally had the Haagen-Dazs last weekend, didn't we?
Oh my God, what a dream. What a dream it was.
And
Obviously, I had my standard Belgian chocolate
Yeah,
with
you
all the
did.
bits.
And I couldn't
Polished
choose.
that off the next
Did
day.
you?
I was disgusted with myself.
I finished mine last night.
Okay, well done. You held off. But I did particularly like the pralines and cream.
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
That's my fave.
Yeah.
After having all 3 in one sitting and trying all 3 with you, I thought, yeah, the pralines and cream is number 1 for me.
So chocolate for me.
And salted caramel probably for my husband.
Oh, there we are. Everyone's a winner.
Everyone wins.
Everyone was a winner.
As we were sat there scooping one each into every bowl.
It's very good. So, yeah.
But I was glad we finally broke that.
Well, we lifted the lid.
We lifted the lid.
And the second lid.
And the third lid.
Wow.
There was 3 lids lifted.
Yeah, there really was.
With a couple of cocky teas in the way as well.
Not in here, though.
Yeah, that's water.
Cup of tea.
That's tea.
I can prove it.
We'll save that for another time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Late.
The late coming in some year soon, hopefully.
Yeah. It's got to.
Okay, let's
Back
get
to
to the
topic.
matter at hand.
Yeah, so Code of Professional Practice, Social Care Wales, updated 1st of July 2026.
Yes, so by the time this is out, that has already happened.
It will be
and
established.
It's there.
Yeah.
Everyone is working towards it or in line with it. Students are referencing it. It's there. It's everywhere.
And not just social workers.
Social care
Everyone in
workers,
social
everywhere.
care
Yeah.
must be abiding by these.
It's not a coloured copy, sadly, for the image, but
It's green. We know that it's green, the updated one.
This is the actual code. It's not very long. How can we talk about how the differences are? Should we talk about the differences
Let's.
between the 20? Is it 2017, the previous one, or 2018? I think it's 2017.
Yeah, I think it might be
I think it's
2017.
2017.
No,
remember
2018.
Was it 2018?
Yeah, I've got it right here, actually.
I knew it was. Oh, yeah, so have I.
Have you checked your notes?
Research notes with the pens.
Yeah.
I keep clicking. I'm a fidgeter.
You're enjoying that.
I'm clicking too much, my stylus. Oh, I've got a stylus now that I can.
Ooh,
Oh,
love
yeah.
it. So the new pens have a stylus on the other side.
So I can sit there scrolling my research with my stylus.
Yeah. Love
You can do the same.
Well, I'm not right now.
Oh.
I'm going old school, okay? I've got a
You
thumb.
can using your thumb.
Yeah. So yeah, this is good.
So, shall I do the bottom line and you do the key differences?
Yeah,
Okay.
do it.
Bottom line, between the 2018 Code of Professional Practice
Yes.
for social care and the 2026.
Yes.
No major change to core standards or expectations. More explicit, proactive and modernised guidance. A shift toward accountability, inclusion and speaking up. That's the bottom line and the difference.
Oh wow. Okay. Very
In a
good.
nutshell.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite quick, isn't it?
Well, it is. It hasn't essentially
No.
changed. What it has done is make it clearer.
Yeah.
And with a stronger emphasis on anti-discriminatory practice, equality, inclusion, human rights, and person-centred care.
Yeah.
So that's the fundamental difference, which isn't really a difference at all because it's
No.
always advocated for that. The code is shorter, clearer, and easier to apply,
Yeah.
but the professional standards themselves remain largely unchanged. And the new code, I think it's important we look at it. It really does make it clearer and simpler. I really like it, actually.
Yeah.
So it's helped people say and achieve what matters to them, respect individuals' views, rights and wishes, support individuals' well-being and help keep them safe, be honest, trustworthy and reliable, and be qualified to do their job properly, which I think is so simple to follow. You should be aligned with that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Very straightforward.
you shouldn't
isn't
need
it?
actually to look at the standards to think, oh,
And what does it mean?
what am I doing to work in social care? These just should be part of your innate values, I think.
I agree.
When you're caring for somebody or respecting somebody, listening to them, valuing their opinion and their wishes, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
I notice as well in every section, it starts with I must.
Yes.
Every section is I must with a number of statements afterwards.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
like
So
I am accountable for my behaviour, my
must.
professionalism and what I'm doing.
Yeah, there's
So I like
definitely
it.
quite the emphasis on it. It's very much so asking people to really take that accountability. I must do this. I must do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think the biggest take home for me was reading it the other day was you are really signing up to I must do this. I have to do that. It's my duty to do that as a social care worker, not just a social worker, social care worker.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because that does get missed a lot, I think.
I agree. I think people think, oh, you've got the qualification, therefore that's for you. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's for every person working within social care that must be abiding by this. And It's quite good because it's 5 simple headings.
Yeah.
Matters to people, rights and wishes, safety and well-being, honesty and reliability, qualified and competent. Doesn't get more simple than that, does it?
Love that.
I
No.
don't know. It's good, isn't it?
Very simplified,
My
isn't it?
research. Thanks very much, guys. Thank you.
No help whatsoever. She did it all herself.
That's right. Totally. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's the 5 simple headings of the new updated Code of Professional Practice. And it's interesting because obviously as practice educators, you need to be evidencing this with the portfolios that students are expected to do, with the direct observations, with the reflective practices that they have to do, and obviously in the end report that we do. And it's quite difficult sometimes to really pin the cop down. That's right.
You're going to pin it down?
Pin it down.
Put a rock in that
because
diary.
They're doing it. That's right. Lifting the lid on Code of Professional Practice. That's what we're doing here.
We are lifting the lid on the new Code of Professional Practice.
Yeah. Updated, amended.
I noticed as well in section 6, I read this the other day, I think it's in section 6, about your how you are portrayed online. That's outside of work. I think it's section 6 about accountability, isn't it?
That's right.
I'm trying to find the exact code that talks about it.
I think that's where some people in social care trip themselves up a bit sometimes because, okay, you know, when we talk about personal and professional values and the way you behave in and out of work, you are representing the profession.
Yeah.
Maybe the private business you work for.
Yeah.
The third sector agency that you might work within, and it's not. What are you putting online? How are you behaving in the public eye?
The podcasts you're putting out there to the world.
Indeed. Well, yeah. I mean, we're being accountable right now.
I found it. Section 5. It was not section 6.
Okay.
So section 5 is I must act with integrity and in a way that maintains public trust and confidence in the social care profession, at work and outside work, online and in person. I must not behave in a way in work or outside work, online or in person, that would raise concerns about my suitability to work in social care. That is very new.
That's hardcore.
It's very,
because it makes you think, ooh. We live our lives through social media these days, generally. I don't know many people that have removed themselves from all social media platforms.
No.
And it's even as simple as, what are you sharing online?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What's your political views?
Yeah.
How does that stand? How does that reflect with you as a professional within social care? You have to constantly remind yourself that, actually, I'm a professional. I'm working with vulnerable people. Yeah. More often than not.
And everyone's threshold for what they think is acceptable is different, isn't it?
Very much so.
Because I do think this new code and that section will cause friction between people that work in social care.
I totally agree with you there. Yeah.
I
can do what I want outside of work. I'm not looking after anybody now, so why should I?
Well, and perceptions. There'll be people that'll think you are acting inappropriately to what my standard of that would be compared to what your standard might be, and so on and so forth. And you hear this over the years, don't you? People who go out on a Friday night or a Saturday night and drink and dance silly or something, and then there's been a report made through Social Care Wales or through their HR department and so on and so forth. And actually, sometimes it is warranted because some people are acting completely inappropriately as a social care professional, and sometimes it's almost perception based, I would say, and it's a bit unfair. Sometimes I think what people get pulled up on can be
harsh.
It can be a bit harsh.
It's like the cleanliness of someone's home. Where does it tip into not acceptable? Everyone's allowed to live how they want to live. Human rights say right to a private life and that kind of thing. And it's why should how you work kind of
dictate your rest of your life? No, I get that. But that's the thing I think is going to be difficult, and I think students and newly qualified kind of negotiating that, and new social care workers coming into working in social care. How do you navigate that line, that boundary? Who sets the boundary? Because whoever speaks to you, whoever first takes you on for your induction period, whether that's as a student, newly qualified, a social care worker, their expectations might be different to the next team you work in or the next organisation you work in.
Yeah.
There's no
right
black and
or
white.
wrong,
Exactly.
particularly, is
it's not
there?
black and white.
Now, obviously, you've got the obvious clangers.
I mean,
but that's usually against the law.
Yeah, don't harm anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. There are certain rules, aren't there, I think, that are kind of obvious. But there are also things that I think we've heard this over our careers, not maybe for us, but for other people, and just hear stories of, I've heard someone dancing on a table on a night out and things like that, and that's gone down negatively. And I'm not saying I disagree with that, because
but
very
you
publicly,
know of
I know of things, stories, and I don't disagree with it sometimes, because I think if it's a very public forum and you've decided to like kick everything off the table, I don't know if that happened, but if you were kicking everything off the table and then dancing and everyone knows what role you're in, I do understand it's drunk and disorderly look. I can understand
it's that whole lead by example, isn't it? Is that accept? Would you do that? Because if it's acceptable for example, the manager, well, that's not a very good impression. It's like parents, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that acceptable behaviour?
Well, and that's it. The people in that bar or that pub might be working with social care, might think,
hold on a minute.
That's my social worker. Yeah. That's my grandmother's social worker over
there. Yeah.
And that's where it gets that it's really difficult to balance that line, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I do agree. There's a level. I think you need to understand what the threshold is. Yeah. Generally.
Totally agree.
Another difference, I think, is quite profound in here is about it's really encouraging people to speak up about discrimination and really challenge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really wants you to challenge.
I think that's great.
It's really good.
Because I think cultures within teams, local authorities, different agencies and organisations can have quite negative cultures in there. And I think there's a lot of strength you've got to have, and courage and bravery, I have to say, when you're going to go up against it.
Oh yeah.
To challenge it.
Fight the power.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And
injustice.
Well.
Lift that lid.
Sometimes it's needed, but I think people are too afraid to, because of the repercussions. At the end of the you're just one person, and it could be about your manager. It could be about colleagues.
Yeah.
And how do you and I really like that the Code of Professional Practice has picked up on that.
Yeah.
And it's giving you the go ahead. It's saying, yes, you should be doing this.
Yeah.
Because it's that creates better working environments, better working culture, and ultimately it's for the person you're working with, isn't it?
Exactly.
So if you've got a positive culture and working environment, then inevitably you're going to get a better service.
Yeah. And reporting that discrimination rather than just avoiding it, which is what the new code is trying to kind of move you towards. But we talked about this before, I think, with students, and how you have to challenge oppression and discrimination. And we'll talk about anti-discriminatory practice and anti-oppressive practice on a future episode, I think.
Definitely. I think that's important.
But it is that, we talked about this as well, that a student might come in, or a newly qualified might come in, and really, I don't like how you're doing things. We talked about us as being practice educators, didn't we? And how we then sometimes think of, we've been conforming.
I know.
Is this normal?
Honestly, you do. And I think sometimes you're far too easy to go, oh, we've tried, whatever, well, there's no point.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's why I think students are great, because they're like, does this go on?
Yeah.
Is this like a regular occurrence? You're like, oh yeah, actually.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's the wonderful thing about having students in teams. I think it makes teams sit up and think, how are we behaving? Is this acceptable? Have we slipped? Have we kind of dropped the ball a bit? In behaviour or something like that? Because you're very conscious when a student is in the team how you're presenting yourself. Yeah, and I think that's really important. And with the students I had, is it made me definitely challenge a few things that I had just sat back on.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And I'm really grateful to the students for highlighting it actually and thinking, yeah, we should challenge this actually.
Yeah. And I hope that the Code of Professional Practice, because as we say, it is everybody in social care, it'll be really kind of refreshed to everyone's knowledge at the moment, that the social care workers kind of look at it and think, oh, do you know what, this has given me the empowerment to challenge something that I should have done and I've not done before, but I should be doing it. So perhaps it won't just be students that bring that learning to teams, it'll be everybody. That's something really good about it.
I mean, social care teams aren't just made up of social workers at all. Social care teams are made up of assessors, coordinators,
assistants,
support workers, assistants, admin. You know, everybody is integral to that team and the way it functions. And everybody has a right to speak up and to speak out and challenge, you know, poor systems, poor cultures, to improve them.
I do hope that people don't take the challenging bit of it, you know, challenging discrimination, not take it too literally though, and because you come across people, and I've been that person, we talked about this before, where you challenge almost for the sake of it, and maybe a little bit on the borderline of unprofessional. Yeah, okay. Because you can feel quite strongly personally about something. Yes. It might align with your professional values. It might be very much injustice-based, social injustice-based, but how you challenge that has still got to be professional, hasn't it? 100%. Yeah. Yes. And that's, I think, something. And going through the right channels. You know, every organisation has a policy and a procedure for, you know, we're talking about whistleblowing here. Abigail whistleblower. Well, I'm just saying. And it's really important that you follow that process. Yes, yeah. Now, there are channels, as you say, and there's structures in place to get advice on that, but it does really hammer home, I think, that you should be actively speaking out about discrimination, which I do agree with. It's just make sure you do it the right way. And also thinking about your own practice. Yeah. You know, is how you are behaving, is that right? Yeah. Have you treated that person with integrity and respect? Yeah. And it makes you accountable when you're thinking about the Code of Professional Practice and the 5 sections. Yeah. Okay, am I behaving 7 sections appropriately? But these 5. Yeah, there are 5. Yeah. Are we behaving appropriately? Yeah. It's hard, and I noticed the management, which I think is section 7. It's the final section. Only applies to managers and leaders in social care, doesn't it? So if I'm responsible for managing or leading staff, I must also embed the code in their work, which I think is the same wording as the previous. It's got more of an ethos on kind of creating that open, inclusive culture within teams, not just embedding the code, but I think it's really again, I must, as a manager, support an open, safe and inclusive culture where staff can raise concerns and access, discuss, reflect on and share best practice. I love that. Which goes nicely with challenging discrimination. We're saying your manager also has to create an environment where you can raise concerns in a way that feels safe. Yeah, and that's where supervisions are essential, isn't it? Yeah. So you have the opportunity to speak to your line manager. Yeah. Actually, I felt, you know, this, or I felt uncomfortable about that, or you know, could we look at maybe changing this? You know, it's within our power as well to say, actually, I was just thinking about this, and that's where teams are fantastic, because everybody brings their own strengths and skills and observations and reflections. Yeah. So it's important to use supervision, peer supervision, reflective sessions that we've discussed in the past. Oh yeah, we love those. To bring it forward and say, okay, we can change things to improve working with people, environments, team culture. So there's lots of opportunity. I couldn't agree more. And people, I think, going back to that, if your manager's got to create an open and safe, inclusive culture where staff can bring things, whether that's in supervision or outside, it's maybe outside of supervision. I just said that, didn't I? Outside supervision. Yeah. Informally in those discussions and in team settings, but also having some respect for your other colleagues that may feel the same way but may not want to, you know, fight the power about it. Or have the confidence. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody's different, aren't they? And some people want to challenge it in a different way, and every way can be right. Yeah. Can't it? And that's what you say about team meetings and things. I think it's really important that those conversations are open and inclusive. Yeah. or there's other options. I think as managers, this is very much how you create that inclusive culture. It doesn't have to be formal one-to-ones, formal team meetings. It could be suggestion boxes or emails or little peer group sessions like we've had with students. It could be settings like that. We learn loads from those kind of environments.
So much, yeah.
I learn loads from just coming from your area where you work and hearing your students and your facilitators in your team. I learn loads about different areas of practice.
I know, it's great.
It is. It really opens your eyes to
That's why it's so important to meet with different teams regularly and have that collaborative approach.
Yeah.
And when working with people and other things, it's important because you learn from each other, don't you?
Yeah. And the code embeds that continuous learning as well. So it really emphasises continuous learning, professional development. And these are just some of the ways that, just little tips for everyone out there, hasn't got to be through reading the code or doing this course, doing that course. This podcast is a way of doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Plug.
Yeah, thank you.
But you can take some tips from having peer supervisions, peer sessions, conversations with other teams.
Have a conversation.
Spend some time with another team. You
Yeah.
haven't got to be a student to do that, have you?
No, absolutely not. No, I've learnt so much from lots of different teams.
And we still do all the time.
That's right. Always evolving, always learning.
Forever moving.
Yeah. Tom, have you got any insightful?
I do have a question, yeah. So
okay.
challenging is really hard, and it takes a huge amount of bravery to go to either your manager or these peer groups and these other suggestions that you've got.
Yeah.
Say you've put your challenge in, your social compass is that's definitely not right, and it goes through the process, which is another question I'm going to come to. And then it's found that what you've claimed is unfounded and actually working practice is fine. How do you as an individual go back to, business is normal because some other people have decided that what I believe actually wasn't worth a challenge, and therefore I just need to kind of suck it up and carry on in this wonderful culture of getting on with my job?
Yeah, that is very frustrating, and there's no doubt about that. And I think that's when you need to lean in on your supervisor, and I would hope that people would feel comfortable to have a conversation and say, I feel really frustrated about this, and maybe it would be worth whatever process it's gone through, understanding why was it unfounded, like how was it unfounded, why has nothing changed from it, so that you can have a bit of peace to know that it's done the kind of full circle really, to get an understanding of why and how. Or maybe you could come back and say, well, actually, I still feel quite strongly about this. And what you really want is for that person to come up with a solution.
I was just going to say the same thing.
Do you have that solution? How maybe could we implement this? And how would it impact you, the team, the wider context as well? I think that's really important.
Yeah, if you're going to bring a problem, generally, as I was told, if you're bringing a problem, bring a potential solution. And it could be that maybe there's something that could be trialed. If you're getting shut down completely, and that person is your supervisor as well, that can be really, really tricky, because you don't want to be sort of going over someone's head either, do you, and thinking...
No.
It can get a bit ugly, can't it?
Oh, yeah, messy.
But sometimes if it is wrong and you've spoken to peers and everyone's in agreement and the blocker is the person in position of power, perhaps that's what you need to do, is go elsewhere.
Sometimes it's needed.
Different channels.
Yeah.
But have a solution, I think, have a solution and be open to the fact that maybe you're not right. Maybe you feel strongly morally that's wrong, what's going on is wrong. And perhaps it is to some extent, but perhaps it's not something that's within your circle of influence.
Yeah.
Or your team or your organisations. Because I see this a lot with working cross-organisationally.
Yes.
People challenging discrimination with different organisations, and that is important to do, and absolutely how you do it carefully matters.
You have to.
Getting people to think about what they're doing and why they're doing it and how that could be discrimination is really important, but also accepting that you haven't got any control or power to change that, other than maybe make people think about it.
Yeah,
is important. Yes, you can put in
and sometimes that's
complaints.
Just the start. That's the start, isn't it?
It's the ripple effect, isn't it?
Totally.
I always say to students that just ask people, why did you do that? If they think it's really bad or it's really wrong, ask them, can you go through your process of why you do that? Just so I understand as a new learner or a student or a newly qualified, I just don't understand why that happens. And then sometimes you see people think, actually, I shouldn't be doing this. They can look a bit scared, but they give you, they kind of talk their way through it and they give you a reason, but you can almost see you've put the seed there now and maybe that will grow.
Yeah, that's why reflection is so important in this line of work, isn't it?
And helping people reflect in that way, openly, in a safe way, even when you're really upset or angry about it because your moral compass has been affected, is really important. My lesson for me, and I think for some others, might be when you feel that burning, like, I want to scream.
Yeah.
It's how you hold that back a little bit. And if you have to leave and like walk away, calm down, come back, and then do it in a reflective, positive way.
And sometimes it's helpful to speak to a person that you trust. Or
like we would.
or another professional to say, am I being a bit over the top here? Have I gone a little bit crazy? I know I've contacted you before about it. And it's like, okay, just step it back a minute.
We've had this conversation recently.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe hold it back a minute.
Just stop, breathe.
And don't do that.
We'll come back to it. Okay. All right. Okay. But it's good just to vent sometimes, because sometimes that is all that is needed. And that's fine. Yeah.
And then you mentioned there about cross-organisation, like anyone in social care has to abide by these code of practices. So how is that administered from your point of view as social workers, but also with other organisations? Like, how does someone raise a challenge with someone else? Maybe it's not your department, maybe it's something else. Like, what is that process? What does that look like in reality?
So if someone in social care was raising something about, let's just say third sector or health, then I think it's difficult because you need to look at what their processes are for that feedback. And I think sometimes people will automatically go to their manager in social care or their supervisor and say, I'm not happy about this. And that's okay. That's a channel, because you'd like to hope your supervisor or manager
would support
and would know what channel to go through, maybe to support you to get that feedback heard. My advice would be, firstly, is how you have a conversation with the member representing that organisation that you've seen the problem with or the issue with, and try and get them just to reflect on it a little bit, which is, again, like I said, just walk me through that process. How does that happen? What that result was this, which might be the thing you disagree with. Yeah. How do you get there? What's the journey like to get there, and see what they come up with?
Yeah, it's a calmer way of addressing an issue, isn't it? Rather than saying, you did that wrong. Yeah. This is outrageous.
That's against the code.
It's like, can you just explain that to me, please? Because then they're like, okay.
Yeah.
So, it helps them to think and reflect and stop, actually. And I think that's a far safer way of addressing some of these issues cross-organisationally.
And it's not always... you haven't got to be a newly qualified or a student to do that, because at any time in your career, if it's new and you think, or it's not new, but you just don't agree with it, it just jars with you, I think you can say, I've never heard of that before. How do you get there? What's the process that makes you get to that result?
Yeah.
You've got to do that. I think you've got to have some self-awareness. If you can do it on the spot, you've got to be really self-aware and have the ability to calm yourself down.
Yeah.
I would say if you're feeling really challenge the injustice, just take that step, reflect, go away, come back. Because alternatively, if you can't get anywhere through that way, there will be complaints processes in organisations, there will be managerial responsibilities you can go to. I would always go to those last, personally, if you could.
Yeah, because it just heightens and escalates everything, doesn't it? I mean, I think we need to be acutely aware here that it could also be a misunderstanding from your part, and not understanding that organisational process of dealing with something, and it's like, okay, fair enough.
And their
code, walk away.
Code might just, taking of health and social care, there's a medical model and a social model.
There is.
I can't say the codes would be that different from what I'd be aware of, but it might be that it does lead you a different path with people, and that, I think if you're very new to working in social care, you might struggle with, how do we get there with somebody? We don't think about, you talk about like what matters to people. That's very embedded in social work. Not that it's not embedded in healthcare and the third sector, but it's not as emphasised as much. So they're looking at fixing a problem in medical model. Social, we're looking at the wider context all the time. So I think if you're new to working in social care, you might struggle with, it's not just black and white, there's a lot more to this. What matters to them is actually this chunk in the middle.
It's complicated.
Very complex.
Life
You've got to
is
understand that.
Policies, processes, it's all quite complicated.
It's very heavy.
We're humans at the end of the day, aren't we?
Yeah.
and humans under this code of practice, where your social media and your nights out and your friends and family are going to be judged as part of this code. The repercussions, you just touched on it there, Josh. If it does go through the managerial route, is there potential that if you're in breach of the code of practice, the repercussions are you're struck off? Like what could happen if you're in breach?
Absolutely. I mean, there is potential for that, absolutely, depending on the severity of what's been highlighted. And that, for us, it would go through Social Care Wales for social workers.
Misconduct.
And then it would be a tribunal. Is a tribunal, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I believe so.
Yeah. And then they would kind of gather the evidence. You have your opportunity to kind of say what's happened. Then, for example, the organisation would say, well, actually, this isn't acceptable because of this, this and this.
Yeah.
And then sometimes there might be restrictions on your practice. You might be demoted. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's it, struck off.
No.
But again, it comes down to the severity of the issue.
And it might not go to hear. It might not be like a hearing or anything, because it might be Social Care Wales investigate it and they feel that's not warranted.
It might just stick within the local authority with, for example, HR, and they'll say, okay, well, that's not acceptable. You're on a bit of a warning.
Yeah.
And
that's a difference.
For God's sake, don't do it again.
Organisation and registering body, there's two different pockets it could be there.
Yeah.
One might refer to the other. If the complaint's gone to the registering body like Social Care Wales, they might want to speak to your organisation. Your organisation, if they receive the complaint, might want to take it to Social Care Wales or Social Work England, depends where you're living and working. Either could say we don't feel there's anything unjust here or unwarranted with our ethics or our values as an organisation or a registering body, and it might get thrown out, because I think there are a lot of I don't know what the word is, but there's a lot of complaints that aren't founded.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, people can be malicious.
Yeah.
There can be personality clashes, and that's why it's important for anything like this to be properly looked into. Yeah.
And I think it's that we talked a little bit about it, actually, and I'll lift the lid a little bit on this podcast. When we first talked about doing a podcast as registered social workers, making sure that we wanted to make sure, because we work for an organisation, that we're not going to be blurring the boundaries or causing any
putting
issues.
them into disrepute.
Yeah. So we wanted to speak to HR, managers, service managers, head of services, director. We kind of spoke to everybody, or had communication with everybody,
so that we were honest and transparent about what we were doing, and that is the COP is literally what it is. Like, that's why we did it, is to make sure that we were honest, open, accountable. Yeah.
And we had, I think we wrote an agreement that if anything from our podcast was to be, a complainant were to make a dispute about something we said or done, that we would look at that and would reflect on it. And this is saying it on the podcast now is holding us more accountable, because we will absolutely reflect on it. We are humans.
Yeah. And people can make mistakes.
And often it's an accident, but I think not everyone always sees that people have just made a mistake and didn't mean it maliciously.
Yeah, absolutely.
It slipped out.
Yeah. Oopsie.
Oopsie daisy.
Yeah. Well, we went down a whole rabbit hole then, by the way.
Code of professional practice is going to be deep, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Good, though. And it's needed.
Any other questions, Producer Tom?
That's it from me. But if you have a question, you can email sowhatsocialwork@gmail.com.
We would love to hear from you. And we'd love to hear your reflections of the new updated Code of Professional Practice.
Yeah.
And if you've had any experiences like we've discussed today as well,
share.
It'd be really good.
Please, and you can comment on this video. You can write on our social medias.
Yeah, email address, go on.
sowhatsocialwork@gmail.com. Producer Tom said it. We said it twice.
Oh, well. Reiterated.
What I'd love to hear is if someone has used the code of practice because they've witnessed something they haven't liked and they've had to go about repairing the culture within the team. I'd love to hear some examples of, actually, I went down that rabbit hole and it was found A or B, and then what the impact of that was on their team and on their practice. I'd love to hear that.
That would be really good.
And you can do this anonymously. If you want to email us and it's got your name, you can ask that it's anonymous and we will keep you anonymous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please feel free to do that. But yes, please comment, like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Follow everywhere.
All over the place.
And leave us a review.
And what's the so what?
The Code of Professional Practice 2026 is simplified.
Yep.
it's more,
it's clearer.
it's clearer, and it's more purposeful for you as a practitioner.
Yeah.
You must do X, there's lots of things you must do, but it's very clear that you have a responsibility to do these things, not just avoid them or suggesting that anyone can do them. It's I must, and you're signing up to that as a social care worker.
Absolutely. I think it's great. It's super simple and really poignant to the work that we do every day.
Let us know if you agree.
Yes.
And join us next time where we talk about vicarious trauma and trauma-informed practice.
Okay.
Another heavy topic.
Yeah, my God. Look forward to that one.
See you in a week.
Thank you. Thank you so much for listening. If you found this useful, or if you know someone who might find this useful, please share.
If you have any questions or feedback, get in touch via email, sowhatsocialwork@gmail.com.
Be sure to follow us on social media. Search So What Social Work with Abigail and Josh. Put a rock in that diary to catch us next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.